Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine and this is Raspberry Reads. It is very humid today, so I do apologize if I look a little bit glistening because I am sweating, but I'm going to persevere with this video. And I guess in keeping with warm weather and slightly uncomfortable weather, this is my summer TBR. So I thought, because I'm quite busy this summer, that I would combine my July, August, and possibly even September reads all into one video. And then that way you will know what I'm sort of up to in terms of my reading. It might change, but these are the books that I'm hoping to get to in the next few months. So yes, let's just get right into it, shall we? In no particular order, I'm just going to go through the pile that is on the sofa beside me. So the first one I have is Lisa Jewell's None of This Is True. I should say that for many of these books I don't actually know what they're about, so I'll probably be reading the synopsis for you. So this is a thriller, I know that much. I've read several books by Lisa Jewell, and for the most part I enjoy all of them. My colleague gave this to me after she was finished with it, and she said that it was pretty good. So None of This Is True is about two different women who meet by chance at a restaurant and discover that they are birthday twins. A few days later they meet again. Alex is a podcaster and Josie persuades her to feature her on her new series. She tells Alex, on the cusp of great changes in her life. Alex agrees to do a trial interview with Josie, and Josie's past appears to be strange and complicated, but although Alex finds her unsettling, she can't quite resist the temptation to keep digging and to keep recording. It soon becomes apparent that Josie has been hiding some very dark secrets, and before Alex knows it, Josie has unveiled her way into Alex's life and into her home. So yeah, I think I've mentioned this book in a haul video, but summertime seems like a great time to read a sort of pulp thriller, so I'm excited to get to this. Next up, so I thought no summer reading series, I guess, would be complete without a road trip type book. And I've had Amor Towles' The Lincoln Highway on my shelf for at least a year now. And because it features a road trip, I thought, July or August might be a good time to get to this. It's quite a big book, but I really love Amor Towles' writing, so I think I will enjoy this one. So it says, 1954, 18-year-old Emmett returns home after serving a short sentence for involuntary manslaughter. Along with his younger brother Billy, he decides to embark on a road trip to find his long-lost mother. But as Emmett and Billy depart, they're joined by two runaways from the youth work farm, Duchess and Wooly, who have followed Emmett all the way to Nebraska with a plan of their own, but one that will take the four of them on an unexpected and fateful journey in the opposite direction to New York City. Yes, I have heard good things about this. I can't remember when it came out. Is it 2021 maybe? Let's have a look. Yes, 2021. Have you read The Lincoln Highway? If so, without spoiling it, what did you think? Next up, we have a middle grade book, which I've also mentioned on my channel before, and this is The Last Bear by Hannah Gold. So this says, there are no polar bears left on Bear Island. That's what April's father tells her when his research takes them to an Arctic outpost for 6 months, but one night April catches a glimpse of something distinctly bear-shaped loping across the horizon. A polar bear who shouldn't be here, who is hungry, lonely, and a long way from home. A bear who is missing something just like April. As their unlikely bond grows, April is determined to save her new friend, and so begins the most important journey of her life. What a beautiful cover, so I'm really excited to get to this one. Up next, we have Birnam Wood by Eleanor Catton. So I am hopefully going to buddy read this with Caitlin over at Bandy's Books in July. This is about a guerrilla gardening collective called Birnam Wood, and it's set in New Zealand. And it says that, so there's a sizable farm that's been left abandoned, and the activist collective Birnam Wood wants to basically occupy the property. And it says, as the collective's ideals and ideologies are tested, can they trust each other? So I've heard great things about this book, and I'm very excited to get to it. Again, if you've read Birnam Wood, without giving anything away, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Another one, which I think is sort of like a darling of booktube, so it shouldn't be too unfamiliar to a lot of people, is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've never read anything by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm very familiar with her work because it's everywhere. But so this one is about a reclusive Hollywood icon, Evelyn Hugo, and she's finally ready to tell the truth about her glamorous and scandalous life. But when she chooses unknown magazine reporter Monique Grant to write her story, no one is more astounded than Monique herself. From making her way to Los Angeles in the 1950s to leaving show business in the 80s, and of course the seven husbands along the way, Evelyn unspools a tale of ruthless ambition, unexpected friendship, and a great forbidden love. But as Evelyn's story nears its conclusion, it becomes clear that her life intersects with Monique's own in tragic and irreversible ways. Interesting. Yes, I will likely get to this one. I'm going to say maybe in August. This seems like an August read. Again, if you've read it, let me know down below. Next up, we have The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. So I picked this up recently when I went to Foyles, the bookshop in London. This is a classic dystopian work. I've heard amazing things about it. It's basically like different sort of scenarios, I think, for the world ending. It has betrayal, it has murder, a missing daughter, and I think there's one continent spewing ash that blots out the sun is what is described on the back. So yeah, I have been waiting for years to get to this book. So even though sort of like a dystopian end of the world type situation doesn't really scream summer holidays, I think I'm going to get to this one in July or August in any case. Have you read anything by N.K. Jemisin, or particularly The Fifth Season? If so, let me know your thoughts down below. And again, I've also mentioned this book recently, which I also purchased at Foyles, and that's The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. This came out this year. It's been all over the place. It's set in Italy. Yes, set in, oh no, sorry, apologies. It's set in Spain in the Golden Age, and it has to do with a girl in the court that can do sort of small magic tricks, I think. So yeah, I have talked about this one before, so I won't really go into it, but I'm very excited to get to this book. If you've read it, let me know, but please don't give anything away because I've heard mixed reviews about this one and I kind of want to go in blind. But yeah, so The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo, hopefully we'll read in July, I think. So those are all the books that I haven't yet got to, but I also have a pile of books that I'm not going to finish in June, so they will carry on throughout the summer months. So the first up we have is The Covenant of Water by Abraham Verghese. So I had the best of intentions of reading this in June. As you can see, I have barely made a dent in it. 40 pages in. It is very interesting, but I think I'm just not in the headspace right now to read such a chunky book, very like saga-esque. It's just, I don't have the headspace for it right now, but I hope to kind of like pick away at this one over the summer. And I think that will sort of suit the book well, is rather than rush through it, just sort of enjoy the journey as it were. But yes, I am enjoying it and I hope to finish it by the autumn. A few that, and hopefully I can remember them off the top of my head, that are on my Libby app that I haven't finished yet, and it's because I had to return the loan so that other people could use them and then I put them back on loan. So we have The Wild Silence by Raynor Winn. I was about 25% through that. I was really struggling with that one because the adventure, as it were, hadn't started yet, and so it was just really depressing. But I think one of my subscribers said, oh, hold in there is an adventure. So I decided, okay, I will persevere with that one, put it back on hold and get to that audiobook later in the summer. I also haven't finished The New Wilderness by Diane Cook, so I was reading that as an ebook. That's a fantastic book. I just didn't have the time to finish it before the loan was due, so that's coming back to me, I think, in a month or so. I'm also only partway through It's Not That Radical, Climate Action to Transform Our World by Michaela Loach. Again, it's a really good book. I'm just not in the right headspace, particularly for nonfiction at the moment, so I'm going to take my time with this one. And I'll let you know my thoughts when I finish it, hopefully by sort of September time. And then otherwise, I haven't started reading The Wager yet, and I can't remember the author, so I'm gonna have to pop that on the screen. So I was wanting to read that with Ellen over at Ellen Made Books, and I'll pop her channel down below. Sorry, Ellen, I don't think I'm going to get to that one in June, but I still would like to read it because it's about the Wager, the ship, and the shipwrecks. I mentioned the book on the video about books my dad might enjoy that he'd recommend to you. So I'd still like to get to that one, but I'm not sure when I'll get to it, hopefully this summer. And otherwise, I think the other two books that I have on hold on the Libby app that are, one of them's an ebook, one of them's an audiobook that should be coming to me soon. One of them is, oh my goodness, now I can't remember. It's the third, I think it might be called Wicked. It's the third in the Olympus series by Katee Robert. I'll pop an image on the screen. I think it might have something to do with the retelling of Snow White. I could be entirely wrong about that. But in any case, I'm excited to get to it, and it should be coming to me shortly. And then finally, my hold for the audio version of Yellowface by RF Kuang is coming to me in 6 weeks, I think, so that should be over the summer. I don't need to go into what Yellowface is because everybody's familiar with it, but yes, Tristan over at L Space Books said that he had mixed feelings about that one, and I have seen other people say the same thing, but Tristan said that he preferred the audiobook version of it, so that's why I've waited such a long time to read it. I don't know, I think it was like 16 weeks. It was something crazy for the loan anyways, but we're getting there. I'm slowly making my way up the queue. But yeah, so those are all the books that I'm hoping to get to in the summer. There might be more along the way, but we'll see. What are you planning on reading this summer? I think it would be really fun for people to put sort of their top summer reads, summer suggestions in the comments below, just so we can share some ideas with each other. Also, let me know, if you've got any summer holiday plans. What are you up to? Are you going somewhere exotic? Are you doing sort of like a local adventure, day trips, or are you staying at home and relaxing and enjoying your quiet space and getting some reading done? Whatever you happen to be doing, I'd love to know about it. As I said, I'll be quite busy. I've got some gardening things to do and some life changes coming my way. So yes, if I'm a bit quieter on booktube, that's because I'm busy, but I am okay. So yeah, that just leaves me to say that I hope you're all doing really well. I hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're reading, and I will see you soon-ish. Don't know when, but I'll see you soon in a new video. Take care. Bye.